Germany's current energy crisis is actually the result of a series of simple mistakes coming together. For many years, Germany was considered a strong industrial country thanks to cheap and reliable energy. A large portion of its electricity was generated by nuclear power plants. Nuclear energy was continuous, inexpensive, and produced no carbon emissions. After the Fukushima nuclear disaster in Japan in 2011, Germany made a political decision and announced that it would completely withdraw from nuclear energy. Even though Germany faces no earthquake or tsunami risk, nuclear power plants were shut down due to public fear and political pressure. The problem was this: while these plants were being closed, no new reliable system capable of doing the same job was put in place. Germany made massive investments in wind and solar energy. However, the wind does not always blow, and the sun does not always shine. Industry, on the other hand, requires uninterrupted electricity day and night. As a result, a gap emerged when nuclear power was shut down. This gap was filled with coal and natural gas. Coal usage increased significantly. In other words, a decision made to protect the environment ended up causing more environmental pollution in the short term. Despite this, Germany spent hundreds of billions of euros on renewable energy, and these costs were reflected in electricity bills. Electricity prices skyrocketed. Natural gas became a transition fuel for Germany. However, Germany sourced most of its natural gas from Russia. In 2021, approximately 55% of Germany's natural gas came from Russia. This made Germany highly dependent on Russia. When the war with Russia began in 2022, gas flows were reduced and prices rose sharply. Energy costs became unbearable for industry. Factories reduced production, some shut down, and others moved to different countries. Germany's industrial strength weakened and no longer had its former power. Another problem was the electricity infrastructure. Wind power plants were mostly located in northern Germany, while industry was concentrated in the south. The necessary transmission lines were not completed on time. As a result, even when there was wind, electricity could not be transported. Wind turbines were shut down but still paid, while coal and gas plants were operating in the south. This further increased costs. Later, the government introduced strict measures to change heating systems. However, because most homes were old, this transition became very expensive and triggered strong public backlash. The plans were rolled back, and uncertainty continued during this period. Today, Germany is facing high energy prices. Industry is losing its competitiveness, citizens are paying high bills, and the energy system remains fragile. In summary, Germany ended nuclear energy too early, dismantled its existing system before renewable energy was sufficient, relied too heavily on Russian natural gas, and ultimately paid the price with expensive energy and a weakened industrial base. The main lesson to be drawn from Germany is this: energy policy should not be shaped by fear or ideology, but by technical and economic realities. A functioning and reliable system should not be shut down before an alternative capable of performing the same role is ready. Continuous and affordable energy is vital for industry. Dependence on a single source or a single country creates serious risk. Setting targets without completing infrastructure, forcing costs that the public cannot bear, and achieving emission reductions through economic decline are not successes. Without cheap, reliable, and continuous energy, a strong economy and social prosperity cannot be sustained. If this narrative gave you a new perspective, subscribe. I will show you the lessons we need to learn from history.